the core is what? Hold time.
This, apparently, is an American representing the Ukrainian military. Let's have a quick look at this.
Do you know the difference between us and them? Besides and for on behalf of the people of Ukraine, while the Russians are fighting for tyranny and dictatorship, where
vision is everything.
Woman, in quotes. So obviously he's like a biological man, championing a nation, if you remember, that banned all of its transgender women from leaving because they were men. Remember this? Remember this? What? Yeah. That's, on top of that, this is dehumanization, isn't it? Now, you would think that Zelensky, the little uncle biting swamp demon, would know dehumanizing entire populations does. For both sides, let's be honest. Nazis dehumanized Jewish people, and because they did, they were dehumanized by the rest of the world. So it works terrible both sides, doesn't it? And you would think that Zelensky, being, as our media like to scream as often as possible, of the Jewish persuasion, would know what dehumanizing leads to. Be having an American represent them, let alone a confused American represent them, considering they do not and will not agree to transgender ideology. It's just clown world, isn't it, everyone? Stay sane. See you on the next one.
I am live, and if anyone shows up, that'll be awesome. I do have the ability to share, so we're sharing stuff. Let's see. Let's close that down. Okay, we're doing good there. Apparently we are live, so that's a bonus. Let's see what else we had here. This was a really good site. Attempted Russian regime change, Boris Johnson, explained by RFK Jr. Time for a smudge, guys. The West and Poland are playing very dangerous games. We did a dive into Poland. Remember, we looked at the outlier group in Poland that we highly suspected that would be receiving funding very soon. We need to make the Russians pay a price. These articles are ridiculous. Russia can be stopped cheaply. Cheap lives. Yeah, exactly. How do they figure it's going to be stopped cheaply? You know, the cheapest option to stop it is to just stop funding it. Really. Hi, beloved. Good to see you. I don't know if your chat's... oh, yeah, I have to keep going over here to get your chat. That's right, because YouTube won't share this. How you doing? So at least I'm able to share stuff, but your comments don't come through on this, on the StreamYard. So I have to go back and check on YouTube. That's not too bad. So here's the big story. Russia DM. NATO assembled 360,000 troops in Eastern Europe. And Poland is, here we go, preparing to occupy Western Ukraine. And we'll have to see what Belarus thinks of this. If they've made any statements coming up, or if they've not done anything. Yeah, I can't even see... doing it through this channel is a real pain. Can't see how many of you are here. Can't see your comments. It says I can comment. At least it shows it. Let's see what happens. No, I can't comment either. But we can share stuff. That's all right. I just have to keep flipping. Hey, Indy, good to see you. let's invite Indy up, and you can have a yak about some of these beautiful. Have to go over here. Some of these wonderful articles we're coming across, and we did kind of pre-predict the buildup of Poland with Polish troops in Belarus. Now they're making ways into Ukraine. Let's take a look at this article here. Where was it? There it is. Let's see what they have to say.
Готовность за Украину значительную часть имеющихся ресурсов, чтобы преломить создать среду дальнейшей эскалации конфликта. На западном и северо-западном стратегических направлениях угрозы военной безопасности Российской Федерации возросли кратно. Серьезным дестабилизацией.
Let's go back. I have to read this for you. The West's readiness to pour a lot of resources into Ukraine to swing the battlefield situation in their favor comes with a real risk of escalating the conflict. On our western and northwest strategic frontiers, there's been an exponential increase in threats to Russia's military security. Finland and later Sweden's ascension into NATO is a serious destabilization factor. Once Helsinki joined NATO, our land border with the bloc nearly doubled. There's a likelihood of additional NATO troops and combat weapons capable of striking critically important sites deep in northwest Russia being stationed on Finland's soil. They're really pushing Russia. The current risks go hand in hand with the militarization of Poland, which has become the U.S.'s main tool in this anti-Russian policy. According to Warsaw, they plan to build what they claim will be the most powerful army on the continent. In line with this, they've begun large-scale weapon purchases from the U.S., U.K., and South Korea, including tanks, artillery, systems, missile defense, and combat aviation. They also have plans on setting up a so-called Polish-Ukrainian joint force, allegedly for safeguarding Western Ukraine. But in reality, they're eyeing to occupy that territory. Of course they are. Taking into account the armed forces of Eastern European nations, around 360,000 soldiers, 800 armored vehicles, 6,000 artillery systems and mortars, 650 aircraft and helicopters have been placed in close proximity to Russia's borders. Russia-Belarus borders, of course. We talked about that. And all Belarus into this. The number of NATO units from outside the region stationed in Eastern Europe has increased by 2.5 times since February 22 and has exceeded 30,000 people. The aforementioned threats to Russia's military security demand prompt and appropriate responses. That's not good. We'll discuss the necessary steps to mitigate them during the meeting and take appropriate measures. That's terrible. Not something we want to see. Go over here. There you are, Indy. Sorry, I got to switch between a bunch of screens here to keep up with chat and stuff. How you doing? Good to see you.
What's up, man?
Hi, James.
I'm finishing up some cooking, distracted for a few minutes.
Oh, I got to add you here. Okay, yeah, you're added. It's not showing up over here, but I'm behind, so there you are. Hi, James Ortiz. Good to see you. And hello again, B. Freeman. I missed you last night. So yeah, this is a whole bunch of Russian news that pretty much confirms what we viewed the other day, or what was it, about a month ago, when they moved those nuclear missiles into Belarus. We looked up and we saw that Poland had a group of people stationed as a kind of a counter-government agency already in Belarus, pretty much ready to prop up and cause trouble for Belarus and Putin. Kind of a messed up situation.
Yeah, they love installing governments. That's the one thing they do consistently.
Yeah, and look at all the weapons that we're sending. All the money in that. They're getting weapons from the U.S., UK. So they're really ramping this up. I'll just share something else. What you cooking?
Hash browns.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's find this. Very cool. There's a video we're going to watch on. Yeah, here we go. This is awesome. Keep your eye on the ball here. Let's see if we're sharing. Again, we gotta. Yeah. Okay. Where'd you go? No. Keep losing this stuff because I've got so many things open here. There we are.
Well, let's talk to Jan Halper-Hayes, who's a US political analyst, and he's here in the studio. Good to see you, as always.
Good to see you.
There's so many people putting this down as a political conspiracy theory, but actually there are real questions to be answered.
There are?
Yeah, of course there are.
What do you think is to answer the 2020 election is going to be litigated? They made a huge mistake with this one because even though we thought what was going to happen was they were going to go after him for treason or sedition, but they did criminally charge him, but they didn't go to that extreme. As a result, he has due process, so he can subpoena people and bring things in. Now, let me say something about this 2020 election, is that Biden is the legitimate president, but he's the legitimate president of what is now the bankrupt U.S. corporation.
The deep state is destroying our nation.
I don't know that he's legitimate.
But the tables must turn, and we will quickly destroy the deep state. We know where the body is.
But yeah, Trump
Biden recently signed a very sinister executive order.
Hey, Teresa, how you doing?
That almost every federal department and agency establish a Marxist equity. This is something new. Enforcement squad to implement a woke takeover of the entire federal government.
We're losing our country and we're losing the spirit of our country. But I will tell you, make America great again and MAGA and America first and all of these things that we talk about. There's no more spirit. Look at this crowd. There's never been more spirit. We are a nation in decline. We are a failing nation. We are a nation that has the highest
there's Ashley
inflation
Babbitt.
in 50 years. And where the
Sinks
stock
down
market
and
finished
just kind of disappears.
the worst first half of the year since 1872.
Either that or she's
Likewise, we are a nation that has the highest energy costs.
Take a look at that guy's face, see if his
We are no
expression
longer energy
changes.
independent or energy dominant, and we were just there.
So that's some interesting stuff. Ashley Babbitt, is she really gone? Or was that just her? They'll need to go to prison, mob taking over deep state? Absolutely. So was that Ashley Babbitt? The world is quite a stage, right, B. Friedman? I don't know exactly what Ashley Babbitt looks like, but apparently she was shot in the face. And hold on, let's go back a minute here. Ashley Babbitt. So it says, I imagine those are her parents. What a total act. All a con job.
There's never more spirit.
But wait, there's more.
We are a nation in decline. We are a failing nation. We are a
Let's see if we can increase the no, of course not.
nation that
Can't
has the
increase
highest
the
inflation.
resolution on it, but yeah. Right, Mark? How you doing? Karma is coming for some foolish people. It's that time. Isn't that hilarious? So there we have Ashley Babbitt at a Trump rally. Let's watch her sink away
50 years.
into
And where
obscurity.
the stock market finished the worst first half
Bye-bye.
of the year since 1872.
Oh, hey, lady, why are you
Likewise,
crawling
we
by
are
my
a
legs?
nation that
What
has
the hell are you
higher
doing?
costs,
Stop touching me there.
energy dominant, and we were just there.
We got Fauci. In case you're worried, Fauci has got good news. There is going to be another deadlier pandemic.
Isn't that great?
Coming very soon, and if anyone know, it would be him.
Oh my God. Oh, climate change taking another one. Oh my God. Come on, dude.
What? No, I didn't hear what you said. I said you're going to hear bison Coke sticker. Anything in your pockets? Anything in my pockets that was Stoke? Yep. No. Okay.
Money. But I like because I wasn't to go get food. And when I called Gilan and asked why I couldn't eat there, she said, "It's a Jewish country club. You're not Jewish. They're not going to serve you."
You just have this guy every year. He says the same kind of message: the world is ending. This year, he's got this new line: global boiling. 4 days later, I don't think any of these politicians have actually looked into whatever he's talking about, and they've just come out almost verbatim and said, "This is what this guy said. We're all going to die."
look at that.
Money.
This was curious. Watch the whales in the sky.
Here's an interesting form of murder we came up with. Assassination. You know what's interesting about assassination? Well, not only does it change those popularity polls in a big fucking hurry, but it's also interesting to notice who it is we assassinate. You ever notice who it is? Stop to think of who it is we kill. It's always people who've told us to live together in harmony and try to love one another. Jesus, Gandhi, Lincoln, John Kennedy, Bobby Kennedy, Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, Malcolm X, John Lennon. They all said, try to live together peacefully. Bam! Right in the fucking head.
Get rid of those mothers.
Well, behaviors are going to have to change, and this is one thing we're asking companies.
Or are they sitting in a studio like Ashley
behaviors, and you have to force behaviors. And at BlackRock, we are forcing behaviors. At BlackRock, we are forcing behaviors.
When in hell are all you people going to wake up? Can you? How stupid can you be?
Holy shit. So there's a lot packed into that little bit.
It's a good show. I love it.
It is. It's a great show.
It is. It's a great show.
It's the biggest show on earth.
Biggest show on earth.
Well.
So Ashley Babbitt, that kind of blew my mind.
That kind of blew my mind.
Where's Epstein? We got to search that crown for Epstein.
Search that crown for Epstein.
Let's see what we're all seeing here. Echo. Okay. Okay. You'll have to mute when you're not talking. Because I have to keep
YouTube. I got YouTube.
Oh, do you have YouTube
open? Yeah, I'm going to close.
Yeah, I have to have YouTube open. I can't read the chat unless I do. Shrooms, probably, Ricky. Yeah, it's a great show. Like, look, we've got the hero, we've got the villain. Now we've got the damsel in distress again. She came back. Okay.
Is this fixed?
Yeah.
It should be. Okay.
That's better. I think it's better. Okay, what else did we have here? We had a couple of viewer inputs from Teresa and others, I think. Let's see here. Oh, no, that's Long Valley. I haven't looked into Long Valley. I want to do that. Okay, let's do this one. Just get past the commercials. So what did you think of the whales in the sky? Did you see those in that video?
No, but down here in Louisiana, they had a supposed multiple people reported seeing like a green fireball in the sky or something.
Oh, let me show you that then.
Okay.
Where are we here? Let's go back a bit. So this is something somebody filmed.
Any and they've just come out almost verbatim. We're all gonna die.
This is what they're capable of doing with holograms. There's Barbie stepping out of our in hologram form. Whales in the coming out of the water. All CGI. All, not CGI, all holograms.
It's tornadoes.
Here's an interesting form of murder we come up with.
So you see how realistic that looks?
Yeah.
Did you catch? Yeah. So that's some of the technology that they'll use if they ever do a fake alien invasion or try to mess with us with something like that. Oh, no. I thought that was kind of cool how they get that stuff up there.
Yeah, but that should really make everybody question every video we see, right? I mean, they could fake that, they could fake video. Yeah, for years.
Yeah, that was supposedly faked in real life. Like, that was a video of the holograms in real life. I haven't seen that technology myself, but I've seen several videos of it highlighting it, and they seem quite realistic to me. I don't know if they've actually done that or not. Wait till you see the fake alien invasion holograms, and they'll use real weapons for it too. The aliens will be fake, but the weapons will be real. Long Valley is probably more dangerous than Yellowstone. Yeah, I'm going to take a look into that at some time. That's why I still have a tab open about it. Yeah, flying elephants like Dumbo. With all the particles in the sky, it's like a TV screen now. Yeah, exactly. I was hopeful yesterday. They didn't chemtrail until about around noon. We had beautiful blue skies for the first half of the day. All right, let's take a look here. This is CERN. A little concerning. A little bit in our title there. So
Powerful particle at the Large Hadron Collider will reach after 3 years of being shut down for improvements.
Many scientific experiments are going on behind the doors of the European Organization for Nuclear Research that many don't understand. These experiments have been leading the scientists working at the Popular Research Council, also known as CERN.
Geneva, Switzerland, there is tunnel and machinery that beam of energy vast
from the whole world. Tucker Carlson is now revealing some of the terrifying experiments going on.
Who've been trying to silence them shrink and they become weaker. That's the iron law of the universe. True things prevail.
CERN is known to always push boundaries to achieve their goals. While this approach may lead to unprecedented scientific breakthroughs, it can also lead to doom.
This is a big,
because of this, the ex-Fox News commentator
hoax.
Tucker Carlson is asking the public to intervene in the situation. What exactly could the situation be, and how can we tackle it as a society? Let's find out as we proceed. The European Organization for Nuclear Research, CERN, was created out of humanity's curiosity about the universe. The particle physics laboratory is located in Geneva, Switzerland.
I would probably not be satisfied if I stopped with a bachelor's degree. And so I just believed what he said. I thought that he was...
And it consists mainly of scientists who spend their days using their knowledge of physics to better understand how it works.
Waste of money ever, yep.
Because the universe itself was extremely small at that.
It is considered one of the largest and most prominent research centers in the world. Originally, CERN focused on studying atomic nuclei.
New era of exploration at CERN, a new chapter, run 3 of the large will give us visions.
But over time, it evolved into studying higher energy physics, particularly interactions between subatomic particles. Throughout its 68 years of existence, the laboratory has been involved in numerous experiments, some of which are worth mentioning. One of the major discoveries at CERN was about weak neutral currents in 1973. Scientists detected the presence of weak neutral currents using a device called the Gargamel bubble chamber. This discovery showed how subatomic particles could interact using the weak force, one of the fundamental forces in particle physics.
Gargamel, named after Rabelais' legendary giant, wife of Gargantua.
It also helped unify two other forces, electromagnetism and the weak force, formed electro-weak force. Another significant achievement at CERN was the creation of the World Wide Web in 1989. British scientist Tim Berners-Lee invented the web at the...
You up for playing outside the lines?
You do it quiet and you do it clean.
If your cover is blown, you have to save yourself. I need you to understand the risks.
The laboratory as a means for scientists from different institutions around the world to share information. It later became freely available to the public, revolutionizing communication and information exchange worldwide. In 1995, CERN managed to create a form of antimatter. Antimatter consists of particles with the same mass as regular matter, but with opposite properties, such as different electrical charges. When matter and antimatter collide, they annihilate each other, producing high-energy particles like gamma rays. Scientists believe antimatter has potential applications, such as creating a technology similar to PET scanners for medical purposes. However, this possibility hasn't been fully explored since the antimatter produced always explodes when it comes in contact with matter. This observation has raised the questions exist in the universe without destroying everything.
1,000 of 1 billion of 1 billion of a
Don't
second.
they force them into
Later in
existence?
1999, they discovered the reason. There's a phenomenon called charged part symmetry violation, which explains that there's a difference between matter and antimatter that helps them coexist. However, antihydrogen was also created in 1995, but it got destroyed as soon as it collided with matter.
But what did they
In
really
2010,
create?
though,
You know?
CERN's Alpha team managed
Don't
to
even-
create
they
and
don't
keep
even give you
confined
a
for a
reason for
sixth of a
science
second.
anyway.
In 2011,
So
they
they
did
throw these
even better,
terms out
making it last
that
for over
really-
15 minutes before it was destroyed. Antihydrogen is made with antimatter, and it can be used to test all sorts of physics laws like the equivalence principle, among many other things. To reach this level of achievement, CERN has fostered international collaborations and brought scientists from different countries together to work on experiments exploring the mysteries of the universe. The lab's computing facility plays a crucial role in storing and analyzing the
They've
vast
never
amounts
actually
of data
seen
generated
antimatter.
by experiments.
It's only
It
been
also
on
helps
these sections, you
scientists
can't see
simulate
it.
particle interactions to refine their theoretical models and understand
It's like
experimental
viruses.
outcomes.
They're there, but you
However,
can't see
Tucker
them,
Carlson,
right?
the American television host
We
and
know they're there,
conservative political commentator,
just can't
has
see them.
insisted that CERN is currently working on a dangerous experiment by trying to open a portal to hell. And this has left everyone in shock.
They may
The
be.
supposedly dangerous experiment CERN is working on.
In the CERN canteen is about 10 feet. Say you have a problem with your work, and you just talk about it at lunch, and then somebody says, oh, I know how to solve this. I really am an expert on.
According to Tucker and some other people, CERN is secretly trying to create a portal to hell, especially with their experiments at the Large Hadron Collider, which is also known as the LHC. They claim that while the organization talks about understanding the universe through particle physics, their truth is to open a gateway to the underworld.
That big
These
complex
conspiracy
machine.
theorists point to alleged connections between CERN and occult symbols, along with misinterpreting scientific terms used by their researchers. They even draw connections to fictional stories involving parallel dimensions or dark forces. Now, looking at the scientific side, CERN's experiments with the LHC involve smashing subatomic particles together at high speeds and energies. The growing concern is that these extreme conditions might create tiny anomalies in spacetime, like microscopic rifts. While these anomalies may start small,
Most
they could
likely
potentially
not.
grow over time, forming a bridge between our world and a realm associated with dark energies, what some people refer to as hell. But why is the research organization doing this? The LHC is a massive circular tunnel about 17 miles in length, located hundreds of feet underground at CERN. This collider is the world's largest and most powerful particle accelerator. As earlier mentioned, it propels subatomic particles, like protons or lead ions, to super high energies and speeds. As these particles circulate in opposite directions within the LHC, they gain energy with each lap. This allows
They're gonna create
scientists
a
to
super
recreate
black
conditions
hole,
similar to those
except
just
the super
after the
black
Big
hole
Bang,
takes a
which
massive,
helps us
huge
better
sun
understand
to
the
collapse
fundamental
on
building
itself
blocks of
into a
matter and the
infinitely
universe's
dense thing.
origins. Around the LHC's circular path, there are specialized detectors like the ATLAS and CMS detectors. These detectors play a crucial role in particle physics research and help scientists study high-energy proton-proton collisions. The ATLAS and CMS detectors are designed to capture and measure various atomic particles produced during these collisions. They can detect particles like photons, electrons, muons, and hadrons. Each detector has multiple layers of subdetectors, each serving a specific purpose in measuring different properties of the particles created during the collisions. First, there's the tracking system, which is the innermost layer of the detectors. It uses finely segmented sensors to measure the trajectory of charged particles as they move through the detector. This helps scientists understand important information about these particles and how they interact. Next is the calorimeter, which measures the energy of particles passing through its layers. This is crucial for identifying and characterizing the particles produced during the collision. Then there's the muon system, which is the outermost layer.
That was actually one of the real results they had there.
Here's how to leak Mark fired from his job at a German car manufacturer after exposing a software bug in the fuel management system of all cars built after 19.
Other layers, so this system is specifically designed to detect and measure them. To handle the massive amount of data produced by the collisions, the detectors work with a sophisticated trigger system. This system quickly selects interesting events for millions of collisions happening every second. By using advanced algorithms and predefined criteria, it ensures only the most relevant and potentially significant events are recorded for further analysis.
CMOS and LRAD.
Afterward, the data collected by the detectors undergo extensive analysis using complex algorithms and techniques. Scientists use methods to extract full quantities and observables of interest from the raw data. This is quite a challenge because there are over 600 million collisions per second in each detector, and an immense amount of data is generated. While this might seem like a lot of jargon, scientists at CERN have made some breakthroughs with the LHC. Besides the dangers it might pose, they've discovered a particle known as the Higgs boson with the collider.
Oh yeah, that we can show you. That's right here beside me. They're just looking at fields of free electrons hitting against the ether.
At a Hollywood party, and you enter, and the bar is across.
The Higgs boson is a subatomic particle proposed by Peter Higgs and Francois Englert back in 1964. These scientists came up with it as a way to explain why certain particles have mass. However, it was only a theoretical explanation at the time, and it's supposed to be part of a field known as the Higgs field. Scientists hunted for the Higgs boson particle for decades, and they finally found it during an experiment at CERN's Large Hadron Collider in July 2012. This discovery completed the standard model of particle physics, explaining how 3 out of the 4 fundamental forces in nature are related. It was a huge deal, and Peter Higgs and Francois Englert even got the Nobel Prize in Physics in 2013 for their work that led to predicting the Higgs boson. We think of mass as an inherent property of matter, but in particle physics, it's a bit more complex. The Higgs field comes into play here. The field is like a medium that fills space, and particles moving through experience resistance that can be likened to moving through a viscous substance. This interaction with the Higgs field is what gives particles their mass. Now, the Higgs boson is like a ripple or vibration in the Higgs field. It has energy and momentum just like other particles, but it's special because it's connected to the Higgs field. Scientists found its mass to be around 125 gigaelectron-volts through experiments at the LHC.
Excite the Higgs field, which is permeating the whole universe. In that regime, excites the Higgs field, and then that can generate a Higgs particle.
However, the Higgs boson is pretty unstable. It quickly decays into other particles after it's created, which adds to the mystery and excitement of studying it. The particle's properties and interactions are still being extensively researched to gain a deeper understanding of the fundamental building blocks of matter and the forces that govern their behavior in the universe. This discovery does not mark the limit of the Hadron Collider, though. It has also been used to create black holes here on our planet. The idea of making small black holes at the LHC comes from theories that propose the existence of extra dimension.
Because they have to
According to
add,
these
all
theories,
these
under
infinities all over the
extreme
place to
energy
make the math
conditions,
work.
the collider could theoretically generate these tiny black holes, often called micro or quantum black holes. However, lots of careful research has been done to evaluate the safety of black hole production at the LHC. The consensus among scientists is that there's nothing to worry about. The energy levels reached by the collider are just too low to create
You'll have
black
to wait till
holes
the
that could
video's
pose
over.
any threat. Even if microscopic black holes were created, they would decay super quickly to a process called Hawking radiation, predicted by the famous physicist Stephen Hawking. Therefore, any black holes formed would disintegrate in the blink of an eye, making them harmless to ensure the safety of their experiments. Leading scientists from different countries have conducted extensive reviews of safety
It's endless.
assessments,
Particle
covering
physics
various
is out
fields
there.
like astrophysics,
So out
cosmology, particle physics, and risk analysis. The organization has also received endorsement from renowned experts, including Nobel laureate physics. With all these discoveries, CERN is truly making headway in particle physics and subatomic materials,
exactly.
but they are still not relenting. Beyond the LHC, which is already causing some people to raise eyebrows,
Because
it
they're
seems
sticking
that
to
the
particle
laboratory's
physics. There has to be
scientists
a
are now
particle.
working
There's
on
a
a more
particle, man.
powerful
Where is it?
particle accelerator.
Where is
The
it?
European Research Organization has seemingly exciting plans for the future,
We'll just
but they've
spend
been
trillions of
keeping
your
the
dollars
details
to figure
under
out
wraps.
what we,
This has not
can't
helped very
find.
well, since some are already doubting what they do at the laboratory behind doors. Tucker Carlson has spilled the beans on the recent development in the organization, though.
Energy
It
and
turns out CERN is building a massive particle accelerator called the Future Circular Collider, or FCC Particle Smasher. They are undergoing this project because the LHC apparently has its limits. By around
So we're gonna build
2040 to
another smasher.
2045, it's
Okay.
expected to have reached its maximum precision
Improved on their
due to
satanic
systemic
contact.
errors. So the laboratory decided it was time to work on something more powerful to better understand the physics they're studying. The FCC is a planned
magnetic
particle
fields they
accelerator that will be
They
3
want these,
LHC. It will
massive
be
magnetic
situated in a
fields.
tunnel under France and Switzerland, stretching about 56 miles
Starting to get
long
a
and
sense
almost
of
5
why.
meters wide. CERN's goal with the FCC is to push the energy and intensity frontiers of particle colliders,
Hey,
reaching
Temperance.
collision energies of 100 electron volts and searching for physics. Of course, building such a massive project requires
I do
careful
like their
planning and
observations,
consideration.
Temperance.
The organization is currently
Although
carrying out feasibility studies
interpret
to
them in
address
funky
potential
ways.
Environmental impact, I'm sure.
I'm on
environmental concerns. They want to make sure the won't cause issues. You can add
No, they've got
would
devices for
require
that.
if they have to make sure it doesn't cause earthquakes. Once the feasibility studies are done, though, the member organizes 5 to 6 years whether to proceed with building the FCC. Some scientists are concerned about the funding required for such a project, suggesting that investments could be better used in other areas of physics research. But others strongly believe in the prospects the FCC offers, particularly in advancing medical imaging and cancer treatment through a better understanding of physics. Apart from this, CERN is working on another particle accelerator. Unlike the massive size of the LHC, this one is compact but very effective. Traditionally, people believe that the size of a particle accelerator determines how efficient it is, but the lab scientists decided to think outside the box. They built an underground machine called the Wakefield Plasma Accelerator. Instead of relying on the accelerator's size, they create a plasma wave, which is like a gas of charged particles, and then send electrons along this wave. Surprisingly, this smaller machine can handle much stronger accelerations over a given distance compared to the LHC, even up to 1,000 times more. The interesting part is that the experiment is going well. Over the past few years, they've successfully accelerated electrons over a few meters, but in 2022, they reached a remarkable milestone and passed a major test. Now, the researchers can't wait to take it to the next level. At this rate, the
Yes.
Wakefield plasma accelerators could soon be available for use by other scientists. And just like the LHC, this new accelerator would be the only one in the world that uses protons to power a Wakefield.
Plasma wake field acceleration technology can accelerate particles much, much stronger, up to a factor 1,000 more.
Concerning the creation of the FCC, though, China has also announced plans for a large particle accelerator, and this has spurred the European scientists to be even to build faster. Fully, the announcement wouldn't make them rush to commence the project before ensuring its total safety. There are, however, still concerns about the lengths researchers at CERN are going. People are wondering, at what point does it end? Given all the information we've already discussed, we can confirm that the Research Council at CERN focuses on mostly studying subatomic particles. But some intriguing theories have also suggested that they might be exploring extra dimensions and even the idea of a multiverse. Hidden dimensions that we can't see are known to possibly influence how particles and fields behave. This concept is called gravity's rainbow, and it proposes that gravity might behave differently in the presence of these hidden dimensions, especially when things get really small. To get to the bottom of this, CERN conducts cutting-edge experiments to study gravitational interactions at those super tiny scales. They carefully measure and analyze how particles interact and hope to find signs of these hidden dimensions. They also use the collision of subatomic particles in the LHC to achieve this.
What's really going on inside of a proton collision? Is there a Higgs boson secretly hidden inside the proton? Or maybe there's some dark matter in there. If we hit it hard enough, it'll knock the dark matter off.
This exploration of concealed dimensions isn't a solo effort. CERN brings together experts from different fields and uses theoretical frameworks like string theory and supersymmetry to guide their experiments. These scientists are also diving into many worlds' interpretation. There might be alternative versions of our universe right alongside ours. To find such parallel universes, they need to understand the fabric of space-time alongside serious hidden dimensions. They use string theory for vibrations and oscillations in ways we can't even imagine as well, giving rise to all the fundamental forces and particles of nature. So, the idea is that with the LHC and all this string theory magic, CERN for that will interaction. And the organization may use the FCC to reach its goal once they build it. No matter what is going on at the particle physics laboratory, their activities are regulated by the government.
People expected for 40 years before Higgs was discovered that the Higgs could not be a lonely element.
It's, however, tricky organizationally, and its decisions are made collectively by its member states through established governance structures. Any significant changes or decisions about CERN's operations would be made collectively by the member states through the appropriate channels. Like any large-scale scientific organization, though, their activities are subject to scrutiny and regulation by the countries involved. If serious concerns or issues raised by member states or the international community, it would potentially lead to discussions about the laboratory's future projects and activities. If any of the countries involved think their activities would pose a threat to the public, they can talk to other member states and CERN's governing bodies about their concerns. Also, governments provide funding to the organization. Therefore, if they're worried about the risks outweighing the benefits, they could reconsider their financial support. This might make CERN reevaluate certain aspects of its operations. To get public attention, the government can raise awareness about the potential risks associated with the laboratory's work as well. This could lead to public pressure, which might influence decisions made by them and their member states. They would, however, only need to take this measure if the organization refuses to make changes after being told to. So far, none of this has happened. We can then rest assured that CERN takes safety seriously and has strict protocols in place. Eventually, if any government has concern about its activities, openness and collaboration are the right measures to address them effectively. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Our next video by
dirty after all that fake science bullshit.
Yeah. Poppycock.
Oh wow. So everybody loved that. Loved the government involvement, it seems. Yeah. Do you still have YouTube open? Or is it my could be me.
Oh shit, no, I shouldn't.
Good thing, yeah, good thing you had a helmet on. Yeah, there's dark matter. Well, it's not matter. Dark energy right there. There's light energy, if you want to call it that, or proton, electron, whatever, whatever name you want to give it. They just make up a whole bunch of names and start looking for them.
Yeah, they definitely created a never-ending ghost to chase after, right?
Right. Yep. But there's a lot more to it, though. They keep talking about the particles, but what I'm getting into now is seeing the advantages of them messing with the magnetic fields. People think it might be for the Earth. That could be an aspect of it. But the one I'm looking at is more messing with our souls, our records, like the Akashic records. There's evidence showing that memory is held in the magnetic force, which is 10,000 times faster than the electric force, but you can't have one without the other. We know they're messing with the planet electrically in many different ways, but if they can mess with the magnetic field and alter it, they may be able to alter the Earth's, how would you say it, essence, its feel, maybe even its properties. But it would be horrible if they could start messing with like the Akashic records. There's evidence that the Earth's magnetic fields holds a record of existence in its entirety, like the Earth's existence. And if you can mess with that field, you can mess with history, maybe even change history. I don't know. I don't know how far they can take it. We need a helmet, yeah. Tinfoil helmet, so they can't change your thoughts, memories, and your history. Why would they want us to think they're actually capable of opening a portal to the abyss? Well, there's some circumstantial evidence that seems to hint to that they can, Why do we need a record of our history? Well, if they can change, I don't know what level they can change it to, temperance. They may be even trying to change the fabric of time. If you can change the past, if you can change the future, you can mold the world into whatever you want. It's a weapon research, of course, yeah. Yeah, I hope they don't mess with the Akashic records too, but those huge magnetic forces could be what the reason for it is. Just taking it to its furthest extreme, of course, goes into multiverses and extra dimensions. There is some evidence that they are contacting other dimensions. Now, which dimension or what you believe dimensions are, I don't know. I think of them as levels of vibration. So our universe vibrates at a certain frequency. So if they can possibly vibrate to a higher frequency through magnetic fields, they probably could have communication with these higher frequency realms. Yeah, they do weaponize everything, right? Smudge break. Where did my smudge go? So it's pretty cool when you think, well, pretty cool and pretty scary when you think what they could possibly do. You know, I have to go grab a smudge stick. It's way over there. Be right back.
Right. Yeah, it's all kind of hard. They're either completely full of shit, or if you take them at their word, it's like, it sounds all fluffy and so.
You know, that dirty money funding science talk they do?
Yeah.
Leaves you with a dirty taste in your mouth. Whole bunch of terms meant to confuse people and make it seem so difficult.
Yeah, because they're imagining things that we can't even under. Basically, is the on there. You know, it's above
Right.
our level of imagination.
Try something.
Who would want to imagine such a thing anyway?
Right. Still kind of choppy on your audio. I don't know why that's happening.
It's
Right?
probably.
I even closed down YouTube.
Yeah, I got everything. Hold on. Let me try this. Got some other ad windows open. Let me see if that helps.
Truth can be imagined. Truth doesn't require imagination. That's right. Thought Max was projecting his voice through into Group Incognito. Just like Atlantis, I don't know. Could be. Magnetic fields, magi, yeah. Who you? You don't understand? Need for records. His story ends. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think of the Akashic records being held in the magnetic field? There'd be backups, probably, because it would imprint on other things. That's why I don't think even if they could, I don't think it would work, because the other planets would remember the history as well. They'd have to put a CERN on everywhere.
Well, who's the idea of this Akashic records? What does that originate from?
The use of the third eye.
Okay. So apparently they don't have that or it is for some other purpose.
Yeah, I don't know how their vision would be.
Because if this is, this is an ancient idea, an ancient technology even, why the need to use all their modern equipment? Why wouldn't they just use the mechanisms that were used back in the day, right?
Well, if you look at some of the people that have scoured the earth, like in North America, there are structures that run pretty much the entire continent. Square structures with roads running in four directions in a huge grid. And before the flood, there may have been, this planet was probably completely covered with technology and people, like to an extent we can't even imagine now. Even looking at just all the structures underwater that we can see. All the old roadways, lines, well, what we call roadways, they may have been power lines, who knows? They've been running huge grids, controlling the Earth's, ley lines, electrical fields, magnetic fields. They could have been doing all that worldwide. Because I think in the past, this planet was just covered, like, everywhere with people of some sort.
Yeah, well, something had to happen because the way the population numbers are in relation to how fast they're growing, the timeline, definitely suggests a bottleneck somewhere. They're pushing depopulation so much nowadays, but yeah, we're not even close to being over.
No, you could fit everybody into Texas with an acre of land. So, we're nowhere near overpopulated. A new image nation. Okay. New foundation. No men first. Okay. I want there to be men and women. We are the Akashic record when you sleep. Yep. Yep. You access the Akashic record when you sleep, when you meditate, when you do remote viewing. You're accessing those records or making a direct link in real time. Yeah, there's the ego again, right, beloved? Hopefully it's not the ego. When we're remote viewing, we try to separate the ego from what we view. So that way it's just a pure message coming in. At least that's what I do. I found it works with most people. The ego kind of gives you your vision, an overlay of what you're thinking. I always try to not think when I'm doing remote viewing or in meditation. Not that you don't think, you just try to put your thoughts aside.
That's hard for me to do because even if I try to quiet my mind, I always have a song playing in my head.
Well, that might be your way to get there then.
Yeah.
Just concentrate on the song with your mind and just see whatever you're seeing. Because taking your mind out of the process is helpful.
Yeah, I've watched some of the shows, and I've tried to kind of play along, in the background, and seems like one time I kind of hinted, I got close to kind of went on, and then and other times I wasn't able to really come up with anything besides just taking a wild guess,
Yeah, the best thing is not to care about whether you're right or wrong, because it's neither right or wrong. It's just what you see. And whether it's your mind taking over or whether it's the information coming in will vary depending on which side you're using. So trying to separate it into, like when I started, I would see just shapes, very very simple shapes, but there were things I've seen in my third eye much more complex, like images and scenes and things like that. But when I first started doing remote viewing, it just came out in block shapes almost. And after that, after I practiced for a while, it began to develop into more of what I remember seeing. When I just close my eyes, I can see all kinds of images and shapes. That's just tons of information. But when you get your mind out of it, you get a simple image, and it develops from there. I don't know if that'll help you or not, but
well, I have been noticing.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, in the past years, I've noticed, like when I close my eyes and I'm just looking at the back of my eyelids, I see some things that I would describe as probably like I think they call them what do they call them, like oil light, kind of like, I don't know, like sometimes I see like, it looks like if you look at the sun, right, you see a blurry light image.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'll see like a light coming in, sometimes I'll see it going out, or sometimes it'll be like clouds passing over kind of action.
Yeah, you can do an exercise with that light. You can draw it in and send it away and learn to control it.
Yeah, because I've never noticed that before. Usually, if I just close my eyes, I just see like the outside light,
Yeah.
from whatever. But I've
Yeah,
noticed in the past couple of years,
you
it's
should be able to
changed a little
call
bit.
that light and see it, right? That's one of the first practices I actually did was calling the light. You focus on one spot in your vision with your third eye, and make that light bigger and make it smaller, make it envelop the entire vision that you see, and make it go back to a point. And you'll be amazed at how easy it is.
Yeah, it makes sense. I've just been kind of allowing it, just observing.
Yeah. If you're just allowing your third eye just to go, there's all kinds of layers of stuff out there because you're seeing multidimensional. So there'll be entities, there'll be energy waves, there'll be all kinds of stuff going on. So there'll be all kinds of images, shapes, thoughts, emotions. They all have form. And the energy waves from all these entities and planets and the sun and everybody else, they all interact into a hodgepodge of energy waves. Oftentimes, like if you can focus them out, they look like ripples. Then you can focus to a different level and see the entities. And then, of course, you can do remote viewing, which is, again, a different focal point. So there are different focal points you can use with your third eye, and practicing those all the way up to remote viewing is a really good idea. I haven't done light work in a while. I should. Like when you close your eyes on a regular basis, do you see movement and shapes moving through and stuff?
Very, very. I would say it's just kind of very bland. It's just basically like seeing black and then almost like a dark blue is the color is happening. But I did notice recently, as I was looking at this, that instead of just the kind of two-dimensional color image, I guess, or scene, at one point, and I just didn't know if this was just something in my eyes messing with me, it did look like I was looking at something that was trying to make details. It was very small, and it's almost like if you sun gaze and you kind of see the sun kind of starts almost like if you see a star at night and it's changing colors, it kind of starts a little bit. I was starting to see that a little bit in my closed eyes.
Cool.
So yeah, I've definitely noticed it's been happening slowly, but it's been
Some people have to be in almost perfect darkness for their vision to work too. That can help as well. Get rid of that blue light. It might be obstructing what you're supposed to be seeing. Even like a mask or something, or putting your hands over your eyes. That can help too. Yeah, what happened to Scotty Boy? Where'd he go? I thought I gave everybody mod status last night. You weren't here last night, beloved, were you? I don't know. Let's see. Why doesn't it let me do anything? Huh. Where'd you go, Scotty? Guess he gave up. Is the delay still on? I don't know what's going on there.
Is it echoing?
No, the chat delay.
Oh, okay.
15 minutes. For some reason, I can't even mod people at the moment. That's weird. Can't do anything. Sounds okay now? Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yes, we
noticed
did it.
sometimes
Go ahead.
if I'm watching some live streams,
Mhm.
I definitely notice that they have, at least me, I don't know if this is for everybody, they definitely delay it by at least like 10, 15 seconds sometimes.
Yeah, I have a 10-second delay.
Okay, yeah. Because I can jump ahead and catch it. If I notice the chat is like speaking about something and I hear about it a few seconds later, I'm like, what's going on here? And I'll click ahead.
Yep. I think I have a 10-second delay. What's that? Okay. We did a dive on last night. Took a look at it. How's the phrasing of it? CERN, where'd you go? Right there. So CERN has started up again after a major overhaul. LOL. View the intended results, and we got a lot of cool results out of that. And mess with the energy of the machine. So we did a dive in and kind of messed with it again. So I don't know if they'll get the results they want. I'm hoping not. So we'll have to see how that goes. But they were shut down. I can't remember when we did our last dive in it. It was a long time ago. Maybe this channel is under review already. Could be. That could be. So
yeah, Google is making moves. I've noticed they've been messing with the app, and I think they're trying to set it up to be like that X app and everything. To do their all in one kind of version.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I think everybody's going to be doing that. Even YouTube could do it. Every app is capable of it, right? YouTube, all of them. They could all do it. They could all act as a digital ID, linking up to one central hub. Get us in that way. They're trying multiple ways to get us in. I don't think I have anything on the digital dollar today. Oh yeah, I do. Let's look at that for a second.
I'm getting pretty excited about the impending doom of C's. C's are those new graphics of Team LGBTQIA plus? Not. It's central bank digital currency. It's coming whether you like it or not. Personally, I like it. That definitely doesn't sound like a part of a global takeover. What are central bank digital currencies? Well, you know how people love cryptocurrencies because they're decentralized and they give people complete control of their money? Yeah. Well, CBDCs are like cryptocurrency, but instead of being decentralized, they're as centralized as you can possibly get. Oh, so it's like cryptocurrency in the sense that it's the yes. And is your digital currency controlled by blockchain technology so nobody can mess with it? No, it'll be controlled by the Federal Reserve so the government can always mess with it. That sounds amazing. Way better than is decentralized and you're the steward of your own money. And I assume CBDCs will be backed by gold, making them a digital representation of something of actual value? No, CBDCs are backed by the US dollar, which is not backed by gold.
I directed Secretary Connolly to suspend temporarily the convertibility of the dollar into gold or other reserve assets.
So CBDCs are backed with nothing of value, which is also backed with nothing of value. Exactly. Do you know what a pyramid scheme is? Absolutely not, but I'm really excited to go along with digital currencies. I mean, you're really talking me into them. Oh, and get this. You know how cryptocurrencies can be really volatile where the value of them can go up and down? A lot of uncertainty. certainty? Yes. Well, digital currencies are better than that because the government will control them, and they're all doing things to devalue the US dollar, which means your digital currencies will do nothing but go down, which gives you certainty. So no more stress about the volatility of cryptocurrencies. With this centralization of money that you speak of, does this mean that the government can monitor all your financial transactions? No, it doesn't mean the government can monitor your financial transactions. It means the government will monitor your transactions. Well, I guess that's a good thing, and if that's just all they do. No. Oh, it sounds like they'll be doing more than that. Yep. Can't wait to hear what else. Yeah, with CBDCs in place, it also means they'll be able to freeze your account or adjust your balance at any time, preventing you from using your own money from you? Yeah. I see how that could have a lot of upside. Yeah, just imagine how it could reduce domestic terrorism by punishing parents who speak up at school board meetings. You don't think your son should be doing a reassignment sculpting surgery during art class? Well, your funds are frozen, terrorist. And we're taking a little something for our effort. It could also help prevent people from trying to destroy our democracy by exercising the right to free speech. Implementing CBDCs will no doubt be what saves our democracy. This system could also get our elections back on track by punishing people who vote for the wrong candidate. That would be helpful. And I assume the World Economic Forum is probably against CBDCs. No, they're for them. Wow. Oh my gosh, I am surprised by that. Yeah, the WEF says that CBDCs will be the safest digital asset available for the general public. They'll do anything to make us safer. They also say that CBDCs are a risk-free form of money that'll be guaranteed by the state. Yeah, well, we've already covered that there's no risks with CBDCs. They eliminate the people that are the risks. And the WEF says that CBDCs will improve financial inclusion. Ooh. Anything done in the name of inclusion always
love inclusion.
100% of the time. So if we can get a CBDC in place, oh, it's definitely. Then instead of me having to control my own money, the government control it for me, so I won't have to. Yes. However, for you to call it your money is a bit arrogant. Yeah. Remember how the World Economic Forum says you'll own nothing and be happy about it? Yeah. And people are like, that sounds crazy. How would I end up owning nothing? Well, CBDCs are how that happens. Great. You know that I love magnesium.
He is funny. I don't know if he's sold out or not. Probably. We'll have to see what he says, right?
Yeah. He very early on I got the hint that he was kind of sold out, but yeah, it is funny.
So he sold out to greed. Well, I don't know. Depends, right? We'll have to see what people do in the future. There are a lot of people are turning coat on the New World Order and all what's going on, which is good to see. But again, we always have the problem of controlled opposition in our field of vision. I don't know if that makes us way too jaded or if it just makes us the right amount of cautious. Hi, James. Good to see you. You know?
Yeah, because people definitely love to throw themselves behind idols, you know? They definitely like to follow somebody else doing the talking.
Yeah. And, well, we're in a system that's set up for that, right? So we don't, at the moment, we're stuck in this system. It's the only system they have. It's got to be changed from the inside out. Right? Depends on who you... There he goes, selling something. Yeah. Well, see, I don't know that selling something is particularly evil. Depends on what you're selling, you know? He really does seem to be selling things that are for what he thinks is people's benefit. I don't know. That's how a lot of places survive. Alex Jones does supplements. I don't. I have to work because I can't do this full time. So you never wanted a shark with a laser on its forehead. I don't know. Have we become too jaded where even people on our side, we're casting them away?
Well, I was watching Joe Rogan from pretty much the beginning when he was still doing them from his couch, and I watched him for years, and thought he was quote on our side and all that, but I had to cut him loose too at a certain point. So
Yeah, he's doing a turn back to our side. If he turned away, I never watched him. I
Right.
still don't, so I don't know. The claim is he's taking a turn to our side of things, but a lot of people seem to be jumping ship for the populist movement.
Yeah.
And even if, say, we do get some people that are coming around or over with good intent, with true cause purpose, and they're going to be followed very quickly by those with ill intent. We've seen that in almost every institution set up, every movement, every protest, everything. They immediately send in their rear guard to screw things up,
Yeah.
I think that's the program. Could very well be. Unfortunately, we're stuck with what the program is doing at the moment. And the program is going to be that I think Trump is going to get into office. At least we viewed who would be the next president, and it was pretty much guaranteed to be him. And whether that means he'll actually get to take the presidency, who knows? They might use that to spark war. Maybe one theft wasn't enough for people to get violent to the point where we could jail them. So we need another stolen election just to spark the flames, right? I think that could be in the works. If there is an election, yeah. It's the same in Canada too, beloved. They're still pushing forward with the WHO treaty between us and all countries in the WHO, where they take over total control of all of your country, every aspect of it, your water, your food, your electricity, your movement, your health care, everything. We can see that brilliant man, Tedros, the piece of pond scum they trolled up to be their little puppet, talking about that. I don't know if you guys have seen that. Yeah, right, Mark. Meet the new boss, same as the old boss. Doesn't matter. We got King Charles. Woohoo! We're saved. I'm here in the States. He rules here too. Yeah. Yeah. Our Prime Minister swears allegiance to him. So yeah, with the WHO treaty, which probably will be in place, we'll end up under Tedros's control. Won't that be wonderful?
Hmm. Yeah, it's amazing how they can just drop a paper and declare it so, and it is, right?
Yeah. Like, how do they? See, there's the thing, right? Trump took you out of some of these treaties. I can't remember which one. I don't know if it was the WHO.
Paris Accord, I think.
Yeah, that was one of them. We always default on our Paris Accord in Canada, so.
Well, it's all meaningless, really.
It is. meant to keep people distracted and get funding. Hey, there's Scotty boy. We're hiding from you. Yeah, I don't. I couldn't put out a notification with this because I wanted to use StreamYard, and because it's not streamed through, I had to do a custom URL for it. It doesn't do notifications, so you just have to find me. Right? We have to hide sometimes, right, B. Freeman? If any of you are annoyed by the delay, I can take it off for you. Oh, I can't. No, I can't. I can't mod anyone. No, I can go to your channel. You can do all the regular things. Oh yeah, I have to check my email for a second here. I think something was sent to me here. Oh, okay, a couple things from Teresa. CERN update. Desert Rose. Oh yeah. There we go. Rare brain-eating amoeba causes could rise due to climate change. This is the best of all.
Unlimited plan for $45 a month.
They're fitting everything in there.
A rare brain-eating amoeba has led to 2 deaths in just the last 2 weeks, one in Georgia and a 2-year-old in Nevada. It's called Naegleria. Infections are caused when contaminated water enters the nose and the amoeba
Right,
makes
Mark.
its way to the brain. Early symptoms like headache, vomiting,
I like the
and
Tweeds and
fever are
Seeds song.
common to many
good.
illnesses, making it hard to diagnose. Even if detected, the disease is with the CC 97% are fatal. Precautionary measures include using nose gloves.
Did you think
keep your
that,
head
Scotty boy?
above the surface, or avoiding bodies of warm, fresh water. As our planet warms, one of the world's leading experts on the rare disease expected to have
That's
an
as high as
impact.
it goes.
Dennis Kyle, head of cellular biology at the University of Georgia.
You guys hear that okay?
This kind of
I showed you the way, did I, Scotty boy? Yeah.
Why leave
It's kinda
civilization
quiet.
behind?
All right.
When you can
That ad
bring it
played
with you
perfectly there.
wherever you go.
Oh, of course.
Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Perfect volume, clear sound.
The cattle industry is working towards a cleaner environment, one cow belch at a time.
Oh, Lord.
7 years of research and testing on Canadian dairy cows led scientists at 2 Canadian universities to identify a low methane genetic trait that
Okay, so that was it for that.
All right.
So we got an amoeba coming. Now some dairy products, yeah. Let's swim in some crappy water, right, beloved? Yeah. See what happens. You wouldn't get any
It's rare, don't worry
toxicity from that. I had no idea delays don't count for blues. No. we have that going for us. Yeah, exactly. Could be some nice toxic stuff, you know. They couldn't have anything to do with all the toxins they've released into the atmosphere. Let's see, where are you guys?
Yeah, or that experimental carbon-eating bacteria that they dumped in the Gulf of Mexico during the BP oil spill that feeds
shit.
on carbon. Yeah, yeah. That we haven't talked about since 2008.
Yeah.
Wonder where all that's floating around. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question. The water is acidic. They can use frequency to manipulate particles in the water. Yeah. Well, they can. They are going to give us a bunch of mold. That's coming. There is a frequency that will start helping the production of mold, and there's mold everywhere. They can dump it from the. Well, they've dumped it probably from the skies already in spore form, just waiting to use it. What's a little skid-eating toxicity between friends, right? Right, Mark? Lakes and ponds saturated from above. Yeah, mold is on their agenda. That's one we can probably combat with frequencies as well. The ElectroSmart hat has ones for the COVID to help with the detoxification from radiation that they put into you. Yeah, but you're right, Scotty boy. Mold is on their agenda. Can they declare a mold pandemic?
Yeah, well, they should just use whatever they've done to the bread because the bread no longer molds.
Yeah, I found that too. Right at the beginning of the pandemic, I noticed a change in the. I get Tim Hortons Timbits every morning, and I should stop getting them because they're probably filled with something. But they stopped tasting the same. The dough was no longer had its. It was just different. I don't know how to say it. It was more crispy, if I could say that. That'd be about the best description. And I've noticed that it doesn't seem to grow mold at all, which it used to. So you definitely hit on something there.
Yeah, the bread is definitely.
Yeah. Better start eating moldy cheese, build up your immune system. Yeah. Need to find a good cave. It is a brave new world. Yeah. I don't know when people are going to finally say they've had enough of, but I hope it's soon, because we'll be in a prison planet if they don't.
Well, we had the door wide open in 2020 when it was very obvious early on that we were being played, and
Yep.
you know.
Yep.
And they easy to call it out.
And they told you to die in the streets. They told you weren't an acceptable part of society. They censored you.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. But you see them saying now, oh, you were right by whatever, chance or luck, or just, you just distrust everything. That's why, you guys ended up on top, not falling for the whole thing. But, that's just, I don't know, facetious.
Well, yeah,
rhetoric,
yeah. And you remember, right, about, I guess maybe go now. Remember when that whole thing came out and there were essentially asking for amnesty. They brought up the amnesty issue.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. And everybody pretty much rejected that across the board. So what have they done? They've went back to claiming that they're still saying the same things they were trying to claim in 2020, 2021.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if it couldn't be more obvious.
Yep. Well, they've still got some of the sheeple believing that they're doing good things. It's ridiculous. But yeah, they've still got a good amount of sheeple on their side. The number's quickly dwindling, which is good.
Yeah, because if you notice, the people that do still buy into that idea, they're really the most relevant people in our society. They're essentially the NPCs. So they really shouldn't carry that much weight anymore, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't see any.
They still own the institutions, though.
Right. They still vote and all that, yeah.
Yeah, they still own the institutions and the propaganda machine and the monetary machine. So they still have control of all those institutions. And until that's taken back, they're going to keep trudging straight ahead. I saw it with the Dutch farmers. They actually voted a farmer basically into office, but yet this stuff is still continuing. Their farms are still being taken under their Land Act bullshit. So it seems like we could even get, in some cases, our candidate or our guy or whatever, we think into place, but they still seem to just bulldoze right ahead with the same plan.
Yeah, it's all the underling, all the compartmentalized departments. They've been given so much free range power to do certain things unchecked, or to have such a convoluted chain of command that there really is no oversight. You've got a bunch of supervisors in all at the same level. So even if one objects, they're still being overruled by the masses of other middle management.
Yeah, there is a small amount left of decent people who may be able to make some difference, but yeah, they're way outnumbered.
I tell you, the one big clue for me that we're kind of in a hopeless situation institutionally, the fact that we have in court 12 or 13 of them, however many it is, that are supposed to be overseeing everything else. And for the past 3 years, not spoken up about the censorship, the mandates, the force, anything. So that tells me right there that this.
You guys have we all have all of these institutions that are supposed to be standing up for our rights, but yet we haven't heard word one from any of them.
Nope.
I know you guys have like a private organization that's supposed to protect the Constitution, people's constitutional rights through lawfare, and haven't heard shit from them.
Well, I'll tell you what, we have. You might be talking about the ACLU.
I think so.
The American Civil Liberties Union. It's basically a collection of, I guess, lawyers. So I think it was last year. It was after Google struck me for misinfo one time last year, and I was pissed about it, and I was making phone calls. Well, I called the ACLU office here in my area, and it's down in New Orleans. And when I called, I basically just got a recording that said basically that they're so backed up and that they're not able to take new complaints, I guess.
Oh, wow.
But they also told me at the time that all complaints have a what do they call that? Like a certain amount of time.
Okay.
What?
Oh, I was going to say like a complaint number or
What, like
Sure.
what do they call that?
Expiry date.
Yes. Word for that is basically a year after the internet. So I was pretty certain that, okay, yeah, they're definitely not going to be clearing the docket for another year for sure, so even if your rights get violated, there's nobody there is even to take your call to listen to it, much less do anything about it.
Yeah. And good luck getting a lawyer these days. They're probably all pretty busy.
Yeah. And quiet.
Unless you can defend yourself or, act as your own lawyer. You're pretty well screwed these days because even the lawyers are going with the woke, side of everything, it seems.
Well, they're all captured. I mean, you have to be, you don't get in the club unless you are.
Yeah, and then right now, most of them are so in debt up to their eyeballs, just like the doctors, that the threat of being kicked out of the club would just destroy your life. So that's how they got many of the lawyers to sell out, is because it's the same as the doctors. They all are so up to their eyeballs in debt, and they can't afford not to make as much money as they do, or they'll lose it all very quickly. So people are selling us out for money.
Yeah, these doctors really, for lack of a better word, really pointed me in what they did.
Yeah, I'm on an alternate health system now, wellness center. It's an online doctor, basically. You can have you can sign up for it for different programs throughout the year. They work on a more of a holistic approach. They offer supplements instead of drugs. They offer ways to get off of the antidepressants and things like that, and other drugs that people are on, to more holistic approaches.
Yeah, my guess for that is to alleviate some guilt of being associated with that system for so long.
Well, yeah, a lot of them went to South America to learn herbs and holistic healing and stuff like that.
Okay.
They saw this. Some of them saw this coming and prepped for it. So, and this, who is it? I think it's Dr. Peterson. I can't remember his name. But one of these doctors that was against it pretty much from the beginning is in on this. These types of things, you have to look up what they're selling for these online doctors, and who they are, how they became what they are. Like the one that I'm hooked up with right now, it offers spike support, which is a pretty important thing to me. That tells me that they have a clue about what's going on and are helping people with it.
Yeah, I had a video clip from Dr. McCullough, Peter McCullough.
Yeah, be careful what you.
What's that?
Be careful what you say on medical stuff on my channel. This is all for entertainment purposes only. We're not offering medical advice or anything. This is just for entertainment. Go ahead.
Right. Yeah. I'm not going to be specific, but he does have like a 3-part idea. And I had the video clip and I put it on my Facebook. But yeah, I didn't upload it to YouTube because I knew what was going to happen with that.
Oh, yeah. You get taken down immediately.
But it's really frustrating because I did send it to a friend of mine who took the thing, and he's had some bad reactions to it. And so I did send it to him, and that's all you can really do, one person at a time. But
yep, there's several different methods now that there are out there. They'll be highlighted on Andromeda 7's website. You can find them there. I can list them off in my head, but I
Yeah.
probably shouldn't do that here. But yeah, there are some simple solutions to all of these problems.
And think about that, right? Think about the insanity of that. That there are definitely people who are in a bad health situation.
Yep.
And there's possible remedies for that. And we're not allowed to help people help themselves.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's ridiculous, bro.
It's horrible. It's criminal, really.
It's satanic.
Yeah. But try and litigate it, right?
Yeah.
Good luck. You know. They use every legal trickery they can, at least in Canada and the US that I've seen. So
But and they have no defense, even in a legal sense. It's just obvious to point out. I think that's why things are so quiet right now on, let's just say, the legal front, because nothing to stand on.
Yeah, there's a lot happening in Europe, in the UK. There's
Australia too, I think.
Really? I didn't hear about that.
Pushing back a little more now.
Yeah, that's good to hear. Yeah, some countries are actually making some headway. Not Canada and the US. We're actually back to where we started 3 years ago. So, and they're going to try again for sure. My employees refuse to work in it. No way.
Yeah, I can tell you though, most people around me and say like my real life circles, you know, neighbors, family, all that.
Yeah.
Still to this day, not one of them. I haven't spoken to anybody. I've been completely isolated, and it's been everybody's fallen back into denial. They're just trying to block it out, like the last 3 years.
Yeah, that's the thing. If they let this go,
yeah,
you know, we can't let this go. Like they have to be charged for this. Something has to happen. You know. Can you hold on a second? I gotta get a drink. This will take me a minute.
Okay.
Be right back, guys. You can open up a YouTube tab and talk to chat. I don't think it makes a difference on your speaker.
Okay. Yeah, I'll see something here. Am I still on, or did I get kicked out? Huh.
Oh, did we lose him? I kicked myself out. Well, you can join back in if you want. Here, let me. Yeah, it happens. Reminds me of the Star Trek episode where they see Earth and all Borg. Yeah. Yeah, it could be like that. They'll make it like that. Yeah, I do a lot of my shopping at small stores too. We can promote small business. That would really help. Hello again, Indy.
Oh, okay, yeah, I hit the wrong button.
It's all right. Your voice is better though, I think.
Yeah, I figured it would be if I popped out. I was gonna try to show you. I think one of my neighbors is popping some fireworks.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Yeah, I got too many damn dogs.
Puppy dog. What kind of dogs you got there?
Well, I got a blue heeler. I got a black and white lab.
Mhm.
Those are the two newer ones I got. Some strays from around here, and then I got 3 little ones that I've had for 9 years. I got 2 puppies that just turned 9 this week, and a little mama dog.
So plenty of dogs. You can have
Yeah.
a 3 dog. Well, you can do the 3 dog night, but even more.
Well, I had 3 when I moved in here.
Yeah.
And
then you just started adopting more.
Yeah, I got 2 from around here, and actually I got 3 cats outside.
Oh, geez.
And they came out the woods.
Oh yeah.
So they all came to me. So
that's hilarious.
Yeah, we don't have an animal control or anything out here, and the one thing I hate, I can't stand a dog get hit by a car, so that's why I had to take them home. I hope he quit shooting. I got a lot of target practice goes on around here. Oh, there we go. It's the sound of freedom.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't do that in Canada.
Yeah.
Please be all over that.
I thought it was my other neighbor over here on the side, my cousin. He's usually the one shooting, but this is the other guy over here. So.
Oh, it's in the groove there, Chloe.
Hi there.
All right. So is there anything? We're going to stay on for another 15 minutes or so.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything you wanted to bring up? Hey, Robert.
I was thinking
Anything
about
you wanted to talk
earlier, and I
about?
can't remember.
Anything you wanted to bitch about? There's lots to bitch about.
I think the only thing that was on my mind was bringing up the Google stuff. Just noticing that they've been making some changes and doing things. Did you see my did a little video where now when you search for videos on YouTube, it literally will show you nothing of what you're looking for.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that.
Yeah, it's funny how the search algorithm keeps getting worse and worse, not better, right? You know.
That makes sense. You know.
Yeah.
Remember they took away our ability to link to each other's channels just before the pandemic as well. Remember, we used to be able to hit the 3 dots and link to each other's channels.
Oh yeah, that definitely was something I noticed because I used to do that. I used to go and sub to people. Yeah.
Well, we were building our channels up so fast at that point, right? They had to put a break on that. And my viewers count stopped completely.
Oh yeah, mine has too.
For about for the first year at least.
Well, not viewer count, I guess I should say the subscriber.
Yeah, the subscriber. Sorry,
Yeah.
Yeah, and the notifications going out went later and later. Some people getting them at 40 minutes into the show. Some people not. Well, many people not getting them at all. But yeah.
Yeah,
Are you?
it's definitely frustrating, man. You know, especially like for me, you know, my channel was about promoting my music and this and that, right? And
Yeah,
that's what I put all my efforts into all these years. And you know, just for the fact of you know, speaking out, I guess, you know, they pull the rug out from everything. Is
yeah. People are saying Rumble is the place to be now. I didn't like Rumble. I didn't like the
yeah,
platform at all. Too many commercials and stuff all in your face, and it was
yeah.
hard for me to navigate. And finding things was tough. I don't know. I
That's
didn't
the
have a
thing for
great
me.
time on it.
It shouldn't be that hard to make. I mean, YouTube essentially hasn't changed much as far as the user interface. It's still the same as it was in 2006. The way you operate the player, you know, they've changed a couple little buttons here and there, but for the most part, it's the same as it was in 2006. And it shouldn't be that hard just to make a simple thing, a simple video player. You
Yeah,
know?
Odyssey is really good, but there's nobody on there. You know,
Yeah,
like even the big channels, they've only got a few 100,000 subscribers, and we're talking like really big names that have millions. You know.
and my thing is with the music is how do they handle copyright issues? And when I do research on some of these sites, they don't have a good like Twitch was one that people were telling me to go to for DJing, and I
Yeah,
looked up their Wikipedia page, and they're apparently making changes on some of the copyright stuff. So
yeah,
there's really no options.
yeah. I like Odyssey. I use it more now than I use YouTube, because most of the things I watch are on there, and I've adapted to some new things, right? But there's not a lot of people on there, which is the unfortunate part. I'm going to stream to there. I have to fix my stream key for that, and I'll start streaming there as well. Uh, but there's not a lot of people there, and it doesn't link up the chat. Like I have the same problems with the chat that I have here, because I did it as a unique URL. Um, I can't get the chat to link to StreamYard through Odyssey because it's not one of the approved um, streaming platforms that they have. Like they do Twitter, YouTube, all the main ones, but they don't do like Rumble. They don't do Odyssey. So you can hook up to your YouTube channel through StreamYard just by clicking the button with YouTube, or you can enter in your own URL and stream key, and that's what I had to.
Which to me kind of suggests I'm a little I don't trust this StreamYard thing, mostly
Yeah.
because of some interactions I've had with some of these you know, some of these StreamYard communities.
Mm-hmm.
But just the very idea that it's this easy to use StreamYard on YouTube sends up a red flag.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Who's really behind it, you know?
Yeah. I've tried different
Because I
ones.
can tell you, my very first StreamYard panel, the first time I never did Google, the Google Hangouts, Zoom. I never did any of that until 2020 when this thing came around, and I wanted to join a panel, a StreamYard panel, with other like-minders at the time to talk about this. The first night that I went on the StreamYard panel, I woke up the next morning. I had almost 2,000 subs on my channel. The next morning, I'd lost 900 subs.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, dude.
Yep.
So I knew right then something wasn't right. You know?
See, I opened up my second channel to hopefully get by the algorithm. First night, I had 50 people subbed. Woke up in the morning, there was 23 or 25.
Mm-hmm.
You know, same thing. Yep. And it happens. I can watch it real time now. Somebody will sub to my channel. I'll get 2 subs, and then one person goes away. 2 subs, one goes away. It's so both of my channels are at least double their size that they say they are. Yeah, I like Odyssey, Milky Robert. It's good. Yeah, not many watch it there. Yeah. I didn't know you were
is that
on
the
there.
Odyssey? ODYSEE?
Yeah.
because at one point they had like 2 or 3 different sites all called
Yeah, they
Odyssey.
used to be library, I think.
Okay. Because
But
it was
now they're
confusing at one
Odyssey.
point.
Yeah. I just got them about a year or so ago. I found them. And they had all the things. They got Alex Jones and other people that aren't streamed in many places.
Yeah, I just have a BitChute channel.
Yeah. It is the only one that I've seen that has absolutely dedicated itself to allowing whatever to happen there.
Yeah, I uploaded my last mix on there because, I was having problems uploading my mixes on YouTube. They were glitching and skipping in spots. And I uploaded the last one to BitChute. It plays perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But I got 0 subscribers over there, so.
Yeah, Ricky from Boston's on there. All kinds of people you wouldn't expect. I get a lot of local YouTubers over on Odyssey that do like local news for me. So you never know who you find on there. It's kind of interesting, actually. But it's not very big, though. But Odyssey does seem to be the only one that'll let almost absolutely anything on. Unless it's like pornography, or I think they even allow that too. I haven't searched it, but I bet it's on there.
Huh.
Yeah, Kaufman. Yep. There's a lot of people on there that aren't allowed on other platforms. And Rumble doesn't let everybody on. They actually censor who they let on, as far as I understand.
And it's funny, right? Google's main revenue, they claim, from YouTube is ad revenue. But yet they're steadily removing people and suppressing channels when they're relying on ads. And another thing I find funny is I'm getting struck, and we're all getting struck because we're we're not marketable to advertisers, right? So why are you still showing me ads on my channel? Obviously, they want to show me their ads.
Well, yeah, they want to show the ads on your channel, but
Yeah. And every time I make a music or a drum video, they're putting ads on those. So again, it's
yeah.
Upside down world.
Not that they really need the money because they're government funded anyway. So government started, it was government created. There's nothing about the internet that is organic or anything like that, and nothing about these platforms that's organic.
The U.S. government is just strictly just giving Google subsidies. Like, what the hell do they need a subsidy for?
Right.
It's organized crime.
Yeah, Rumble seems like the kids' channel to me with games and prizes and bullshit I don't like. Yeah, I don't like it at all. Yeah, it was too much flash and stuff too. There's so much in your face, and it's so limiting unless you have an account with them and stuff. They limit what you can do, and I don't know why. It's ridiculous. Yeah, the internet is military anyways. Absolutely.
Well, what about Rockfin? You looked into that one at all?
Didn't like it that much.
Okay.
Looked like a video game, and I don't like video games.
Huh.
I think it was that one. Let me check it out. Yeah, they say that one's pretty good too.
Yeah, it was supposedly started by some guys who were kind of independent. I think they're like Greek businessmen or something. But I just don't like signing up for new things.
Yeah, me neither. I really don't.
Yeah.
I hate hitting I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like Rockfin. I remember
Okay.
it now. Yeah. It's all, I don't know. I know. Don't like the way it's set up. I don't like the look of it at all. Don't like the feel of it. It feels wrong. Yeah, it's all taxpayer money, that's for sure. Absolutely out of our pockets. Yeah, right, Scotty? I hate joining things. There are some things I've joined now that I just can't seem to get out of. My wife has that problem with Facebook now. She's uninstalled Facebook, unsubscribed. People keep sending her stuff though, and it just comes through her email. And then once you click that link, you're back into Facebook again.
Yeah, Facebook is disgusting.
You know. Yeah, for gosh, over 20 years, I kept her off of it. I never made an account myself, and I advised her not to. Now she regrets it because you got to like everything, and yeah, it's just ridiculous. There's a good quote. I don't want to join any club that would have me for a member.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I never got caught up in Facebook. Yeah, exactly. I saw it for the total time and time suck that it was, and the propaganda it probably was going to promote, which it does, and the mind manipulation that it does on people. That it's totally a propaganda site. You're steered
Well, now
towards certain. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, like, on mine, I basically just have friends and family, like people I know in real life, and all they do is repost viral videos and memes and shit. They don't even type their own thoughts or words on it.
Yeah.
Just like I'm watching TikTok on Facebook, all these TikTok videos and shit.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I suppose it does share kind of what they like, their thoughts in a way. But yeah, it's, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I can tell you the people on my list, they like some dumb shit, bro.
Yeah.
Or they'll post a video like they just discovered some type of truth about something, but it's
Okay.
like 2 or 3 year old shit, dude. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to have to get used to that for sure.
yeah.
I hate watching that. That's annoying. Everybody's about 3 years behind us, 2 to 3 years. And yeah, yep. Yeah, I was out there with a sign in 2020 out by the hospital telling people that this was a hoax, not to fall for it. And yep, nobody listened to me. I got some people that were nice about it, but a lot of people were pretty mean about it.
Yeah, it's almost like they did it just to spite the people that told them not to.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah, dude. That's weird.
People living lives that aren't their real lives. Well, yeah, we're not even in reality at the moment. We're in such an augmented reality with the stuff they put in the skies and the air, water, food, all of it. It's not reality. This is what isn't what life's supposed to be like.
Yeah, we definitely got hijacked.
Oh, Mark's going to sub you because you seem to like. Since I will sub your channel into Groove since the animals seem to like you.
Yeah, I do well with animals, man. That's the one thing. People, not so much, but animals, yeah, I'm good with those.
All right, Chloe's home. Good for you, Chloe. I told you about my friend posting his trip to the coast, living the good life. Eating at fancy restaurants, living it up, posting on Facebook. Yeah. The Monday at work, they were repossessing his truck. Oh no. Oh, that sucks. Got to pay your bills, man.
Hey, it was fun while it lasted, I'm sure, you know.
Karma, I guess.
Like the Sam Bankman-Fried story, you know. It's, he's living it up for 2 or 3 years in the Bahamas, and then all of a sudden that's just kind of going away, you know.
Yeah, they brought him up. They got rid of all the charges. He's free to go. He's no repercussions for the billions of dollars he misused and misappropriated and stole. Yeah, that's, and we're watching Hunter Biden go through pretty much the same process, I think.
Yeah.
And well, Canadians are used to it. We've seen Justin Trudeau do that for 8 years. So
His wife is leaving him too, huh? I heard that's.
Yeah, she's starting her own CBD oil company.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, I'll have to see what's going on with that. She was always way too pretty for him anyway, but
Oh, okay.
says your voice reminds me of Don Atari on Zoolander in the groove.
Okay, I haven't seen that.
No.
Uh-uh.
Hi, Mary. Getting ready for work. Well, I'm glad you dropped in, Mary. I don't have your email address. Well, nope, that's a private thing. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna initialize my Odyssey stream again and try that. See if they'll promote me. I don't know. I doubt they will, but maybe people will be able to find me there. Problem is there too. It's the chat. The chat won't link up with StreamYard, but and I can't do a live stream there because I'm not big enough for their channel. I only have like maybe, I don't know how many, 15 or 20 subscribers. Over on
Yeah, it's
Odyssey.
great when the most popular thing is streaming, you know. That's what people are looking for now, you know.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of Jerry Springer shows pop up, it seems. Even in the spiritual community, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
People just arguing and stuff. Thank you, Scotty boy. Big enough for you. Yeah, I'll go over to Odyssey and redo that stream. I have to figure out the stream key shit. That's not easy for me, so. Not used to it. I'm getting used to it, though. All right.
Yeah, people spend as much time on StreamYards talking about what's going on. If they spend as much time on an actual phone calling, you know.
Yeah, I don't know enough people for that. You know.
Yeah.
And the people I do know are pretty asleep. So it's like I'm speaking gibberish to them. Gibberish and hogwash, you know.
Or just calling calling the Google office or calling I called the CDC, I called Google, I called my representative, the guy in Washington there, he, you know. And I'll tell you what, you get them on the phone and you start asking them hard questions, you don't get very far, but they don't like it. They really don't.
No.
And
yeah, Trudeau's really taking a hard time now, even at his events where basically he's vetted almost everybody going there, so they're all liberal. He's still getting mocked and asked the hard questions that he doesn't want to answer. So people are coming around. How far they come around, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. My wife doesn't think anybody will take any more bullshit from him. which is a good sign because she's a little more common thinking and a little more soul to the machine, right? She believed the
Yeah.
machine in the beginning. So, yeah.
Yeah, because that is the one thing, the one power that they do respond to. They want to be popular and liked. But even as evil as they are, and the things they do, they
Mhm.
don't like it when people don't like them.
Yeah. And it's happening everywhere. So
Yeah.
this is a good sign. You know, I'm
Right.
hopeful. The kids are turning too.
Yeah,
Apparently
that's it.
now the kids in schools between ages, uh, like, well, I don't know the beginning age, but up to 18, they're more conservative now than they've been in 50 years, which is just around when I was born, which would be a pretty good time. There's a good amount of conservative thinking that. Unfortunately, we lost the dollar then, but oh well. 12 eggs tomorrow, 4 potatoes cut up, and 1 watermelon. Scotty boy's going to break his fast and puke
Oh, that
all over the
watermelon is.
place.
I love watermelon. I could eat it
Yeah.
every day.
I like honey melon. That's my favorite. That's my go-to.
Okay.
Yeah, I do love watermelon though. Should go get some. Got it all planned out. Nice. Going from no food to too much food. Good luck. Yep. Yeah, you should introduce food slowly, really. That's my suggestion. But you do you, Scotty boy. He's going to do 12 eggs tomorrow morning, 4 potatoes cut up, and a watermelon. 1 watermelon. So he's going to eat the whole thing.
Oh, wow. No, I can't do all that.
No. That's ridiculous. But enjoy, Scotty boy. Tell us how it goes.
Yeah, I think he eats about 4 times as much as what I would eat
Probably.
in a day on that. Yeah.
I don't know. Do you practice gap fasting, or what's your diet like? Do you eat 3 meals?
Not really 3, probably 2. But I try to stick to simple whole food ingredients, nothing complicated. I do eggs and potatoes, and I mix in fish, burgers, and some chicken every now and then,
Yeah.
every 2-3 days.
Do you do veggies or
I
greens?
do, or I would, but I don't have access to them. I don't have a very good selection. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of what do they call them? Food deserts. Where fresh food isn't available. That sucks. You could go frozen vegetables. They do retain most of the like if they're flash frozen, they do retain most of the nutrients. Peas are really good for that.
Yeah, I love green peas, sweet peas.
Yep, those are good.
I've been doing beans and rice too. To start with dry beans and let them soak in crock pot. I'll do that.
Scotty boy says yellow squash is on the lunch menu. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love squash. I like putting some just pepper, butter, and some brown sugar in it. Some type of or maple syrup is really good too, because I'm Canadian. That's even better.
Yep, steamed or baked. Either way.
Either way, I'll take it.
Yep.
Boiled, steamed, baked, I don't care. Just put some butter and some something sweet on there. Yum. Just butter and salt for you, beloved. But Scotty boy is going steamed. Okay. Yeah, flavorings help, Chloe. Get into some sauces or something. Vodka infused.
A little olive oil
that'll
is
help.
good if you steam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, get some. Like one friend of mine, he was a fast food eater and he hated vegetables. But eating fast food, he was getting fat, sick, And I told him, I said, at this point, what does it matter, right? So you put cheese sauce on anything, you're going to eat it, right? He goes, yeah. I go, put it on vegetables. He did, and within about a year, he lost, 75 pounds. He looked good, but he had sauce on everything, right? But it really helped him. Just eating that, getting more vegetable in him and less, starchy and potatoy and meat and all that fried foods. So it was pretty much fried foods for him, like Kentucky Fried Chicken, pizza, all that kind of stuff every day. And he wasn't getting any vegetables in him. So no fibers, no silicates, just fats and carbs. But it made a big difference. Yeah, he lost 75 pounds. Looked good. Just by because he introduced vegetables and had cheese sauce on everything.
Yeah, I don't have a weight problem at all. For me, food's just about straight energy. So
Yeah. And nutrients. Do you take
Yeah.
do you supplement?
I got a multivitamin I take every now and then, but I don't do
Yeah.
no every
That's good.
every day. Yeah.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
body gives up on you pretty much when you're 25, and you have to start supplementation around that point. Most people don't know that, but that's why a lot of people get sick, because they run in nutrient deficiencies in their 30s to 40s.
Yeah, I figure if nothing else, taking the multivitamin is kind of more for like the little micro trace elements, the things that you would normally get in there.
Yeah. How old are you now? 40s?
I'm 47. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I take sea salt ormus for micronutrients. It's got 140 minerals in it. It's really good.
Huh. Yeah, I got a kosher sea salt that I use. It's I think this is Mediterranean.
Yeah. You can take you can dissolve it in water and like about 200 grams of it. And then you put in about, you do that in about a half a gallon of water. And then you put about 2 ounces of milk of magnesia in there. And it'll dissolve all the minerals to the bottom. And then you sift off the water 5 times and replace it. And that gets all the salts out. And then you're just left with all the minerals at the bottom in that milky paste. And you can drink that and get all your minerals. It's pretty much complete.
Yeah, because I sprinkle this usually on a little bit on everything.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yeah, that'll get you some bits. Yeah.
Especially my eggs. That's why I put salt on my eggs.
Yeah.
Boiled
People
eggs
hate.
usually.
Remember, people were all against salt for years when I was younger. It's like, that's just stupid.
Yeah.
I put salt on everything.
Yeah, all that low fat, no cholesterol, like.
Oh yeah, when they said that, I was eating butter. It's like now they're telling you not to eat beef, so I eat a lot more beef than I ever have.
Yeah.
If you guys are telling me it's bad for me, must be good for me. I've seen them be wrong so many times,
Cholesterols and fats are good for your brain, if nothing else,
Yep.
Like,
yeah, in proper mix, that's what we found, right?
Yeah.
So you keep coming up with more. The next bullshit thing to sell you something. That's all.
Yeah, that's the one thing. If I could go back in my life and redo my educational direction, I would have definitely probably got into nutritionist, dietitian type field.
Yeah,
of
it's
study,
pretty easy to look up now. Like,
Yeah.
You can look all that up online now and learn it yourself without having to go to school.
Right. Well, there's good jobs for that too. They pay very well. I noticed down here, anybody with a certain type of degree, in that field. That was another thing that tipped me off to it. It's like there's a high demand and low worker pool kind of thing,
Yeah. Yeah, there's those NutriBullets. Mary says, my manager gave me a NutriBullet, made my son and I a strawberry smoothie with it. Nice. Well, beloved use soy sauce more than anything. I love Kiko Man soy sauce. That's awesome stuff. I like that on avocados. Yeah, I use Himalayan too, Scotty boy. That's cool. Do you use the NutriBullet, Mary? I've seen a lot of people get good use out of those. Get you the raw vegetables in, and
Yeah, I came close to wanting to buy a juicer at one point.
yeah, me too.
And, yeah, I couldn't decide. You got to buy like 2 or 3 different ones if you're going to use it for a wide variety of things. Some of them are better for the leafy greens, and other ones are better for like the hard stuff like carrots. And they're just so expensive, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculously expensive. I bought one, but I burnt the motor out first time I used it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just sitting in the cupboard until I want to spend another few $100s on another one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's 6 o'clock. I got to go for dinner. Thanks for coming by, Indy. I love that.
Oh yeah,
It
definitely.
was fun having you up. Okay, guys. Until next time. Let's see. Is it Saturday? Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll see you in class tonight. Hopefully. I'll do it straight through YouTube, and I'll try to hook up Odyssey and see how that goes. Until then, keep your third eye open. Use your intelligence and your intuition. Bye-bye.
Peace out, chat.